All right, we're started. Verdant Catacombs, pass. Chat insists that Gordon was just messing with us, ignoring us. And start off with a probe for Tom. All right, so he sees Spell Pierce, Vendilion Click, Assassin's Trophy, Dig Through Time. Decent hand.
I'd say so.
So what's the game plan for Bug midrange against this Lurrus Breach deck? I don't think Bug has a companion here, right? He does not.
Does not.
Okay.
Sorry, Gordon. I'm trying to connect, buddy.
Ivan messing with me because earlier I thought a Jataxian Probe was a duress. Bobble. Yes, Darkfire says correctly a grave artifact hate plan from Bug. I think that sounds about right. Vintage Master
All right, let's
says
try
Bug
that.
should approach this matchup with Prison like Oof and Mana Denial.
I agree. Hi,
Sounds
Gordon.
about right.
Hello, Mike.
Yeah, now we're all good.
Hey.
Oh, you guys are trying to connect to each other?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the
man.
last connection. There's so much technology floating around. That was the
Yeah.
one connection we just realized we didn't have. It's like, I don't know how Gordon expects to hear me, and I don't know how I expect to hear him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even consider that.
It's all good. We figured it out.
Yeah. Thanks for figuring it out.
Huzzah.
Darkfire mentions Brian should have Wastelands. I should help him out. This is true.
Yes. Yeah, there's a variety of different ways that Brian's able to disrupt mana between Wastelands and Collector Oaths. Which, that is a very great card. I don't know what that is.
That is. I can ask him to move it. Brian, can you just shift your cards down on your mat towards you? Thank you. That is a Tarmogoyf.
Okay, not an Oof, but potentially be pretty powerful.
So I
Currently
think it's just a
3/4.
1/1 right now. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's cards in Tom's yard. It's 3/3. 3/4. Oh man, it's getting late. Thank you, Ironback.
Thank you, Roland.
Malfi reminds us nobody plays the original Lurgoyf. Yeah.
True. Original Lurgoyf is creature cards in graveyards,
Yes.
and also is 4 mana.
And it is a 0/0, right?
I think it might be a +1.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it might be +1/+1.
Yeah. At least in the back end, if not, as you said, on both sides.
Yeah. I remember the power toughness area on that card looking really confusing as a kid.
Oh
Most of
yeah,
you now
that,
have
that's
seen
what.
my kid magic footage. Hope you enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
All right. Merchant Scroll.
Yeah, Darkfire pointing out that's the Akon's run clear text, which eventually gave birth to not only the unhinged or the unhinged card Akon's run, but Safi Eric's daughter in Time Spiral.
Yes. All right. We're seeing an Ancestral here, tutored 4. Seems like a good plan. Going to try to get Tom's graveyard in view for everybody watching. Let's see if I can
Now, if
pull
you're
that
pointing
off.
out
There we go.
the cycle of Seagoyfs
Mox Ruby.
for so Ancestral Recall, Brian's going to have to find some sort of way of disrupting because all he has is the beat down right now.
Swinging for, I believe, 4 now?
Yeah, looks like it to me too.
14? People play Terravore in pre-modern. This is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I saw a pre-modern deck on stream the other day that was in our Replenish deck, I believe. Or am I misremembering? Maybe not. All right, swinging for 4 and passing.
If it was Replenish, it might have been Cantivore.
I might be mixing up which deck had which cards, but whatever.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, Terravore was a loam deck. It was playing against a Replenish deck. That's right. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're seeing... Obviously there was no loam, but it was a loam-ish kind of deck. It's pre-modern. Demanding Tutor.
Yeah, pre-modern still has fetch lands and cycle lands, so you can build a big enough Terravore.
Yep.
So the beats are coming, but unfortunately, it looks like Tom's able to develop unimpeded.
Yeah, not much disruption so far. We know he has Assassin's Trophy in his hand. We know he has... wow, I'm having trouble remembering stuff at the moment. Maybe chat can help. What was in Brian's hand? Here's Lurrus. And Black Lotus coming back. Like we were talking about earlier, the combination of Lurrus and Lotus seems to be happening way more common than it should in these matches, correct? Obviously, these people are tutoring. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it's hard for
I'm just saying, like, yeah. I realize that, but assembling the combo, so to speak, has been pretty easy today. And here we can't blame the Moto Shuffler, says Log T. You are right. EE on 1.
Interesting.
Oh, no, it's on 2. It's on 2.
I was about to say, on 1, I don't know what it attempted to accomplish, but on 2, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I thought he gestured at number 1.
Take care of that Tarmogoyf and take the pressure off without having to sacrifice too much.
Exactly.
So... Oh, okay, so he's playing a... Okay, so Spell Pierce on the EE is meaning a daze, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, so he wants to be able to save the Lotus to activate Engineered Explosives. So he's dazing rather than paying for the Spell Pierce with Lotus mana.
Mm-hmm.
So Judge Gordon, Engineered Explosives hits the graveyard. What can you cast it for with Lurrus? Is 2 the max? Gordon may be not able to hear us again. I'm not sure.
Hey, Gordon, can you hear us?
I can hear you, Mike, but I can't hear Chris.
Oh, it's one-sided.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very one-sided.
All right. Sorry about that. Maybe, Mike, you want to ask him the question I was just asking about?
I can try another avenue of technology to get in touch with everyone if we need to.
Maybe I can add you to our call. Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. But yeah, Chris was asking about the interaction with Lurrus and Engineered Explosives. What are the limitations that Lurrus puts on Engineered Explosives, if any?
So the limitations that Lurrus puts on Engineered Explosives is that the first thing that went through my mind was taxing effects first, but essentially the highest that you can declare that you're casting engineered explosives for is X is 2, since Lurrus says you can only cast cards with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. So the most that you could do is 2 colors with engineered explosives. But with taxing effects, when you start thinking like Thalia in play or Glow Rider or stuff like that, you could potentially start adding in some other colors, because then you have to paying some additional costs on it, and it gets really interesting with engineered explosives.
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right, Gordon, you are able to hear me now, I'm assuming? All right, we're back. Sorry about the delay. So now Tarmogoyf swung again, I believe, and it was unblocked. Brainstorm in response to Assassin's Trophy targeting Lurrus. The beautiful hand-painted, we think, Lurrus from Tom's deck is enjoyable to look at.
Yeah, that thing is a beauty. Gordon, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm actually listening this time.
Okay, Gordon, can you shut off your audio from OBS?
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, so sorry about the echo, guys. We're fixing that now. Roland MTG explains in the chat, streaming is easy, said no one ever. Darkfire says, hey, having everyone try to play via home with their own crappy technology is a feat of itself. Nonetheless, streaming it with commentary.
Right.
Right. We made life hard for ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep. Said before, gluttons of punishment.
Exactly. So funny enough, this might actually be. I've done a few commentary gigs over the years. This one's had the second most technological failures of a commentary gig ever. No, third most. So we're well behind.
He's been keeping a tally.
I'm keeping a tally. There's not my last one, but the one before that didn't even get up and running because they couldn't get things working. At least we have content to provide everyone. I would say that's the worst one I've ever done.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to check in with the players right now for a life total check.
Attack for...
This is actually going swimmingly well compared
5.
to some of the technological issues that other events have had.
Taking you to 14, I think.
Yep, and you're at 11.
And I'm at 11, yes.
There we go.
Roland, you are also my least favorite
So
technological
I will
failure for that.
cost using Lurrus.
All right, back to the commentators. All right, so we got the correct life totals now, and we are seeing an engineered explosives on 2.
Mm-hmm. If it was for anything else, that'd be an illegal play.
This is true.
Or a useless play in this case. Doesn't want to blow up his own Moxen or
I mean, you're not wrong.
randomly hit 1 for no reason whatsoever.
Look, you could preemptively be thinking about Deathrite Shaman, and I don't think Tom's actually thinking about that, but if he was really thinking about Deathrite Shaman at this instance, he is in a completely different world, and we need to go check on him.
Yeah.
Log T asking in the chat, what happened to the first EE that was about to kill Tarmogoyf? Do you guys know?
I believe it ended up getting countered somehow.
Yeah, I think it did get countered. That was the
Yeah.
Spell Pierce battle.
Yeah, the Spell Pierce Days battle.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so here goes the EE to get rid of all the 2-drops.
Yep. Chat informs us that it was Spell Pierce. Here's Oko.
Oko Thief of Crowns. Have we had this one on stream yet?
Not yet. Oh, yeah, we did briefly earlier. Yeah,
We did in the Oath versus Jeskai matchup in the final round, where all they did was make a food and then turn that food into elk, and that was about it. A Pyroblast on this Oko.
Oko down.
Thank goodness.
Palace deck.
And a scoop.
I mean,
Ooh.
the Lurrus deck is already more value oriented than the bug deck, so being able to do more of the same should be super beneficial. Did you say Seal of Fire was in the sideboard, or is?
I think Seal of Fire is in the main deck at this point.
Yeah.
Let me check that.
I knew we had a Seal of Fire somewhere. I just wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
there's a Seal of Fire in the main deck.
Okay, that's probably going to be huge in this, being able to take out Deathrite Shaman,
Yes.
Collector Oof, and
Speaking of Deathrite Shaman, he just hit the board.
Yep, there you go.
The man, the myth, the legend, the planeswalker, Deathrite Shaman. Too good for Legacy.
Some people say. Chat seems to be focused on Mystic Remora. Bug can easily come back, but Oko and Graveyard Hate is how he does it, says Ironback.
Okay.
All right.
And, yeah.
I was going to say I can be wrong on my predictions, and chat can also correct me very well. As I can see, Joe Bryan is telling me that it's fine but not great, and so I can understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, if anyone's going to be a trustworthy source for bug information, it's going to be the current bug world champ.
Yeah.
This is true. All right, land pass. Very not vintage kind of a turn one. All right, Verdant.
It's just passing the turn. Tom draws his card and see what Tom's thinking over there.
No, we're seeing a fetch here. Rich Shea says, Lurrus deck versus non-Lurrus deck seems unfair.
It's true, the non-Lurrus deck gets to run things like Leovold that Lurrus just doesn't have access to.
If somehow we were to collect data from like 10 years of Lurrus being legal in Vintage, I wonder what the win percentage would be for Lurrus decks versus non-Lurrus decks versus just like the 1 month that has happened. I don't know.
I think I've got my opinion now, but I'm going to wait until Mike has an opinion first.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I'm just asking like an open
I
question.
mean, if you give it 10 years, I'm sure the game itself gets worked around it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there'd be way more companions by then, but I just mean like as many matches as you can play in 10 years, that much data.
Right, but like if we were saying that the only companions that we're going to have are these 10 from Ikoria,
No way.
if we were to just collect data on that, I
Yeah.
think Lurrus is gone within the first 6 months.
Maybe.
And where could I see things going from there? I mean, hopefully, this is just after today. I hope Yorion Control becomes a big deal in Vintage.
Yeah. Look at
I
that.
hope
Dean
so,
Harris
too.
broke the format today with his 89 card deck.
Yep. All right, but back to the game. Looks like Tom is tutoring for something.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And a Vendilion click was cast. We saw that already.
Yep.
In case you
Looks
missed it.
like the click got forced as well, so Tom wanted to protect his hand as much as possible. Guess he's got some good spicy stuff in there.
Darkfire says Lurrus is an interesting puzzle at the least. Even if it breaks the game, it's really interesting for deck builders in the meantime. I agree. It's very interesting for deck building.
Yeah, so this is actually a shout out to Darkfire. He got 9th place in the tournament today. He's actually one of my best friends, and
Nice.
he's probably one of the biggest deck builders that I know, and is always trying to find goofy things to do or like just super fun things. Right after the tournament, he sent me a message. It was like, "Wait, I can put Goblin Welder in a Lurrus deck. Oh my gosh, time to start brewing!" And he's always loved Goblin Welder as a card as well, and so it was really cool to see. He's like, "Oh my goodness, I can start brewing with this card as well." So yes, there is a little bit of stymied. There is some. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the words. There's some deck building that is restricted by it, and it kind of turns into sometimes very interesting stuff. But I think it's really cool that we actually do have the ability to have some kind of cool new deck ideas come out of this. Like maybe we're going to see something cool happen with Goblin Welder, and it turns into an awesome value engine. Like,
Right.
I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Just my .02.
No, you're good. Pox every turn in the chat says there is only Urion.
I did not pitch my companion to force chat. Yeah. I am covered in cat hair now. This is the commentary I've always wanted to do, where I'm absolutely coated in cat hair because it's warm in here and she's shedding.
Aw, wish I had a cat around me right now.
Yeah. For the record, people in chat asking, her name is Monkey. A cat named Monkey, Monkey Noble.
Aw.
People saying they can't see Brian's board. Are you guys?
I can see Brian's board.
Yeah, I could see Brian's board as well.
Yeah, it's just very condensed with the way that he's presenting it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't think anything else has happened since Vendilion Click from his side in the Wasteland.
Yeah, the board. Yeah, the board itself is the 2 lands and the Death Right and the graveyards. The Click Wasteland with the Verdant Catacombs being exiled to Death Right Shaman.
Preordain.
I do like Roland's comment. The 140 euro trop. It's very funny that Brian has that on his sleeve still.
Well, there seems to be some confusion about what was cast on the previous turn by Brian. It was not Vendilion Click, apparently, according to Sean.
No, it seems like I don't know. It seemed like what could have happened is that Brian cast the Vendilion Click and then proceeded to Wasteland later.
That's what I thought happened, yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
people seem to think there was another thing cast, but there's nothing in the grave, nothing in exile, nothing in play.
Yeah.
Unless there's something to the left of that Death Ray.
Oh,
Oh, there
there
is! This guy's hiding cards. Alright, I'll fix that now.
Yeah, Collector Oof.
It's an oof!
Hey, Brian, your cards on the left are out of frame for us. Can you... Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
It
they
was
were
a
so out
collector
of frame.
roof. Sorry about that. Thanks, chat, for pointing that out. We totally missed it because it was out of our view.
Even we're imperfect.
All right. What would we do without the chat? Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everyone who pointed that out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to the action. Scalding Turn
Looks like
drop.
Scalding Tarn for the turn. And getting some mana set aside, tapping the Vault for Lightning Bolt.
Okay. What's he hitting
What do we
here?
think? I think we're bolting the Oof.
Yeah.
I think he has a Lotus sitting in his hand. Like,
Yep.
Lotus or Moxen just sitting in his hand right now, and having the Oof down would probably unlock a lot of Tom's potential.
Yep.
Yep, there's the first one. Soul Guide Lantern. Oh my goodness.
That is a
Cool.
nice altar as well.
It's a really nice altar there. The other day I was actually on like a call with Tom, just like helping him get set up with his play area and everything, and he was showing off all of these altars that he had done or done by his fiance, and they just looked so good.
Yeah, that thing is a beauty.
Mm-hmm. So what do we think? So I believe the way Soul Guide Lantern works is that when it enters, you exile a card from an opponent's graveyard. Yeah, look, there it is. There goes the Wasteland.
Wasteland down.
Seems like a strong play to do against the Deathrite Shaman. Make sure that they can't do something about it. Looks like either end of turn or at some point, Brian's getting rid of the Ancestral. Seems like a smart thing to do.
Yep.
Yeah, people
Tom
talk.
at 14, I believe.
people talking in chat about Soul Guide Lantern and its utility against the bug deck. It really is just it cycles like it's a free card when you don't need it, but it still can disrupt the Deathray Shamans and the Tarmogoyfs of the deck.
Yep.
Right. Like, I think when I was looking over deck lists and I couldn't remember all the functionality of Soul Guide Lantern, I looked at it and I was like, this card does that much? Like, a cantrip as well as hitting a yard? That's so strong. It looks like, yeah, Tom's cracking to draw a card now. Seems like a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Yep. Can eventually buy it back later, maybe.
Yep. It's got that Lurrus still sitting around waiting to come hang out and play with us.
Yeah, it's off screen right now, but there is a Lurrus being marinated at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
More Naomi's drawn proxies. I guess Naomi is her name of the artist.
Seal of Fire.
I dig it.
Man.
Pop it
going for
immediately.
a Deathrite Shaman.
All right. We're
I mean,
gonna
that
see a
makes
response
sense.
here.
Looks like he's going to go for an instant or sorcery. Looks like taking out the Demonic Tutor. It's a smart play.
I like it. So he slowed down the clock quite a bit by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
The Deathrite dealing 4 damage a turn is not great.
Yeah.
I know, it's not damage. I know.
Loss of life.
Before
damage.
everybody piles on top of me.
That's the other thing about Deathrite Shaman is that it does loss of life instead of damage, which gets around things like worship. That's what made it broken in Legacy.
Underworld Breach. We're going for it, kids.
All right, here we go. This could
I was
be,
like, I feel no fear. Let's do this.
This could be Tom on his tournament-winning going off. We'll see.
Could be.
Yeah.
It could also just be a very value Underworld Breach, since he does have the capacity to cast it again with that Lurrus.
Absolutely, yeah. He has 5 mana.
A plethora of things to go get, like especially ways of dealing with that other Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah.
Chat
like
seems to think this is GG's. We'll see.
It could be pretty close to GG's. This is probably casting a Preordain here, is what it seems like. Yeah, it's going for the Preordain. Looks at the 2. Debating on it. Doesn't know. Looks like he's shipping them, or shipping at least one to the bottom. Maybe shipping them both. And draws a card. Yeah, I'd probably ship them both to the bottom. If he's cracking his fetch land now.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says this could just be a value breach, Vintage Master.
Mm-hmm.
Ancestral Recall out of Palace.
And a force in response.
Wow, this is all in response to the fetch land, too.
I respect the play who is tapped off a Flusterstorm or a Pyroblast.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Seems like a very good way to deal with things. Just, you're tapped out, let's just get you out of the way.
Vintage Master mentioning it's pretty free to breach for value in a Lurrus deck. Yep.
Yeah, it's very free. Going for the bolt here. What do you bolt? Just the last Deathrite Shaman?
I would think so.
Yeah, I'd say clear his board.
Yeah, really put him in a do something or you die kind of position with Lurrus lingering.
Right.
And with Deathrite disabled now, he has no way to interact with, at least that we know of, no way to interact with Tom's graveyard.
Right.
We obviously don't know what's in the player's hands any more than the people at home do. All right, tapping 3, and that is a Treasure Cruise. So that seems desperate more than exciting right now.
Yeah,
For
Brian
Yeah.
has some way of getting back in this game.
I don't think Brian was excited to cast that. I think we lost Tom's camera for a moment. We'll see if it comes back. Okay, so now we have Tom back. I'll tell the players they can continue.
Yeah. So
Okay, you guys can continue. Thank you.
yeah. So 2 volcanics. Actually, is that no sources of black?
No
mana?
sources of black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chat,
Not even
chat
that he
was
was
correct in
short.
pointing that out.
Yeah.
We
Double
missed
shot.
So at this point, he's on Lotus or bust.
Yep.
Just to get Lurrus going. But I think, I don't know, maybe Tom just wants to play a bit of a grindier game right now.
Everyone tuned in right now, you could check the chat for the link to that MTGPO group on Facebook, and you should join. I've played tons of good Magic with the people in that group. All right, a ponder here, a German ponder.
I will say, when I was compiling all the deck lists together, instead of sending a text version of his deck list, Tom sent me the pictures of both his deck and his sideboard. And going through that was the most interesting thing, because there were cards I'd never seen before, like Meltdown, and I was just like, what the heck is this card? Like, I just had to do a quick gatherer search to see if I could find it. And
Yeah, meltdown.
there was that, and then also the Seal of Fire that I'd never seen before. And all of it was in a different language as well, and so I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is this? Like, Tom, your deck looks great, but, like, why does this all have to be in a different language, and why can't I read any of it?
Oh man, you didn't know meltdown?
I did not know Meltdown until I looked it up today.
Oh, wait till I blow your mind. Have you ever heard of the card Hammer Mage?
No.
Hammer Mage is from Mercadian Masks, and it's literally a reusable meltdown as a creature.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Yeah.
Narset.
It is just so good. It's just constantly blowing up all the artifacts in the battlefield.
Oh my goodness. It's a Narset right there? Let's see how Tom's going to fight over this. Snapcaster.
Snap.
Oh, this is Snap for Bolt.
Yeah. Oh, he already activated the Narset. I guess he's responding before he
Yeah.
can.
Before it finds the counter spell off the activation.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is an awesome play for Tom here.
It is Force. Pitch Force.
Oh, come on. This is going to be a Pyroblast. Flusterstorm. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Those Treasure Cruise cards were incredible.
Oh my god! Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm a little delayed. Are we seeing a Flusterstorm on Tom's side as well?
Brian's side.
Or Brian, excuse me. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if he cast it, though, or if it was just revealed.
I don't know what he spent the mana on, though, because he tapped 4 lands.
It seems like he flashed the Flusterstorm and then put it back in his hand.
Yeah, it looks like he's almost thinking about it.
Yeah, maybe we just saw it, but we weren't supposed to.
Maybe.
Could be.
Rich Shea says this is where Moto would be exploding. That's why we play
Yeah.
Paper Magic. Yeah, I think our stream exploded a few times. It's okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We managed, so.
Gitaxian Probe. I'm sorry, Mental Misstep. On.
So it seems like there was a Flusterstorm somewhere in there, so we might see that come up.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the Flusterstorm. So it's probably just off to the side that we couldn't see it.
Okay, so he mental misstepped the last copy of Flusterstorm that was not countered by Flusterstorm.
Oh
Is
my
that right?
goodness. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
And paid for the rest.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, he couldn't pay for the rest. You just let all the other copies get countered, and then you misstepped the one.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bolt should be exiled, not in the yard.
That makes sense now. Okay.
Um,
One more to
I don't
cover.
see a bolt in the yard.
I see the bolts in the yard. It's the Magic Fest alternate art one. Yeah, because his yard's currently Probe, Sealifier, Preordained, Underworld Breach, Ponder, Flusterstorm, Mental Misstep.
Okay, let's check in with the players.
Yeah, I know you pitched one
No,
to the
force and
audience.
force.
Yeah, okay, pass the turn.
Hey guys, just want to get a quick life total check.
I'm at 4, and he is at 16.
And there's no lightning bolt in the graveyard, right? It was exiled.
It's exiled with Snapcaster Mage. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks guys. Continue.
I do see a Seal of Fire, but
Yeah.
the lightning bolt looks a little off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's the lightning bolt now that we can see a lot better.
All right. Joe pointing out this is where using that Deathrite Shaman on 2 to 3 turns ago was very relevant. Yep.
Yes.
The snap bolt play could have been avoided and Narset in play for another turn. Thank you, chat, for pointing out all the mistakes here in the gameplay. Not that there are any, but appreciate the help. Wasteland.
Take out a volcanic.
What's that second land?
So it should be 2 volcanics and an island.
Oh, it is 2 volcanics. Okay.
Yeah. And actually, when you look at Tom's deck, it's the volcanics and the undergrounds that he has in his deck are all a panorama, and it looks gorgeous.
Ooh.
That's pretty nuts. All right, here's Oko.
We getting Broco here?
And a food. Speaking of food. All right. Oko has joined us.
Mm-hmm. So the one question to always ask, is it ever worth attacking an Oko?
I mean, at some point it is, if it's a big enough attack, but
Yeah.
it needs to be a big enough attack.
Yeah, but like something with a Snapcaster Mage, it just doesn't ever feel like it's worth it to ever attack an Oko.
Yeah, I agree with that one. It's Snapcaster Mage is just too small. I mean, Oko can literally food out of Snapcaster range. It's just lose 2, gain 2, back and forth.
Confidant. Time to
Confidant
start
at 3
drawing
life.
some cards.
That's at any cost.
Yeah. Desperate measures here. All right, Elk. Oh, maybe he just wanted a blocker.
Oh, that's a cute, adorable elk cover, I guess.
Yeah. Nope, did not want a blocker. He wanted a card. All right, so that's a Sylvan Library, in case anybody can't see it. It is now in frame. Perfect.
All right.
All right.
What you got, Bob?
Oof.
Oh,
5.
man.
Oh,
You hate to
we're
see it.
going to game 3.
You hate to see it.
I think Brian has just finished his mulligans. Yeah, looks like
Okay.
Brian finished.
Okay.
So we have a Scalding Tarn, and the Pearl, and a Bobble. No better way to start the card advantage engine.
Hey, he's just 1 mana source away from Lurrus already.
I
Yeah.
know. And he has both the black and the white to cast the Lurrus.
Mm-hmm.
Chat seems to think Magistrate is going to be a staple in every format. We'll see. Time Walk
Time Walk seems like a great place to get to a Lurrus real quickly.
and Bobble. Okay, so see the force on top. That was an interesting reveal technique. I think it was almost sarcastic. I'm not sure.
It's just like elevators up. It's like,
Yeah. Magistrate going to be really annoying in EDH. I guess so. No idea, though.
I mean, I could see it. Shutting down people's commanders seems kind of rough.
Yeah, that seems a little too good, but I don't know. Brainstorm.
Main phase brainstorm. Let's see what is Tom digging for? Another Mox or a Lotus? A fetch land, maybe.
This is a little off topic, but someone mentioned EDH. The EDH ban list just makes no sense to me. There's cards that are like legal in EDH that I'm just like, what? Like Time Twister and Soul Ring and whatnot. It's kind of strange.
Well, it looks like Tom found the fetch land.
All right, fetch land.
And it goes for the other Underground Sea.
18.
Let's see what it's going to be. 2 mana, Confidant, Confidant. A very confident Confidant.
Yeah, my EDH head scratcher is that Sway of the Stars is banned.
Yeah, it's just such a strange list. Not knocking it, though. I know people love the format, and you can make your own rules. It's cool. All right.
Let me tell you, one of my favorite cards to cast in Commander is Moat.
Oh, yeah. See, that's legal, and I don't know.
Yeah, Braids is banned in Commander. Come on.
Braids was pretty good, though. If you get an early Braids out, it's just a smokestack. Like, having smokestack available to you every game is pretty good.
All right, so that's a Misty, a Deathrite, and a Collector Oof hitting the table
Oof.
here. Someone's pointing out Tabernacle is legal too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nihil Spellbomb.
Brian, can you pull your cards a little closer to you? Thank you. Consecrated Sphinxes flying over moats is happening in the chat. Maybe chat's going a little crazy right now.
It is late.
It is quite late.
All right.
So Volcanic here.
We did Sphinx earlier today, Darkfire.
So Tom does have access. Oh, he goes just goes for the lightning bolt.
Targeting
on the Oof, probably.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
That's what I'll do.
Makes the most sense. Allows you to cast your Lurrus this turn, and then you can start the card advantage nonsense again.
Yes. Force Pitch Spell Pierce. Do you guys know what was revealed off Confidant?
It was a Nihil Spellbomb.
Okay.
So blank right now with that oof around.
Looks like Tom wants to fight over this. He's going to go for a recall. Seems like a good time.
Yep.
And gets the recall.
People are threatening to play Battle of Wits in the chat. Please don't. At least not on our webcam streams. You're free to do it with your friends.
Not a fun time.
No. All right, so a force.
Forcing back, and the oof is down.
Oof is down.
Yeah.
So a big fight over a bolt on an oof. And now we'll see what's up from both players. I think Brian just has one card left.
Yeah, it seems like a great time to play a Nihil Spellbomb.
It does. All right. Draw step.
Now, if you're Tom, do you attack with the bomb? Doesn't seem like it.
No.
Yep.
Kraken.
No, stick around.
I mean, it's got to go for greatness at any cost, even if it means staying up real late to finish this tournament. So Exile and Scalding Tarn. What do we see this Deathrite up to?
Okay, that's it. I'm banning Battle of Wits on the Vintage Quarantine Bonanza. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I will allow this. Leovold, oh my goodness.
Leovold. We have not seen Leovold today. I love Leovold.
So it looks like Tom's going to try and find some kind of interaction to beat the Leovold before it hits. So exiles Brian's Yard, and it looks like it's down. Ooh, Breach.
Breach. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say.
Heard it's won a few games here and there.
Unfortunately, I can't rebuy any of the cantrips in the graveyard to any sort of profit due to the Leovold.
So starts off by tapping 3. This is the Lurrus here, probably. Yep, there's the Lurrus.
That card looks so dope.
It does, doesn't it? And it's got like a little kitty cat companion with it down in like halfway down near the tail.
Aw. A companion has a companion.
I
Roland.
know.
Roland now begging Wizards of the Coast to ban Battle of Wits in Vintage. He said he's writing a letter. A handwritten note. All right. Vintage
man.
Master says, but Tom has Blast and Snaps in his deck, so Leo is less reliable.
So I could go for a Pyroblast on the Leovold.
And he is... He's putting my name on the letter, apparently. Thank you, Roland.
Well, looks like Brian is exiling the Leovold instead of just putting it in the graveyard.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. Was the Spell Bomb still in the stack? No. Let's correct that. Let's check in with the players. Hey guys, that Leovold should not be exiled. Are we right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's just in the graveyard. Yeah, exactly.
Thank
My
you
bad.
guys. And a life total check, please.
16 to 13.
13, yeah.
Who's at 13?
I'm at 13 and he is at 16.
Okay, thank you guys. Okay. Good catch on the Leovold.
Agreed.
So that is
I mean-
now a Goyf.
Yeah, I was going to say Tarmogoyf's a card that does exist in this deck. So what is Tarmogoyf right now? So we see sorcery, instant, land, artifact, creature. This is probably something that's been revealed off
right.
of
Yep.
probably off of the Confidant.
All right, we're good. You guys can continue. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tom. All right, I will adjust the camera for you guys at home. I actually think it's fine now. Okay.
Yeah.
So Daze was off the top, right? That
Yeah,
on the
Daze was what
Confidant.
was revealed to the Confidant, and so
2 damage.
should be down a little bit lower.
Puts him at 11.
So it seems like Tom has a lot of the resources to just combo off and start winning, but he's just missing the breach at this point.
Someone pointed out that Mike's cat is a 4/3.
I don't
Much
know what
stronger than Lurrus. Got a Lotus Petal to start. This looks like Tom might be going for it.
Looks like it.
He's tapping the Pearl for something, and a Volcanic, and we're all right. Engines are on. Let's go.
It is breach time.
Noble plus Lurrus Tech.
No. Is the cat exalted? Is that the joke? I think I get it now if that's the joke.
I'm not sure. All right. Brian has one in hand. I think that's correct.
yeah, just kind of picked it up without even thinking when the Leovold got targeted. Just like, nope. I assume no sort of mental misstep or anything.
So it looks like we're starting out with a bolt. Exiling some fluff that we no longer need.
This is true. Oh, for a second I thought Brian was scooping, but he's just rearranging his cards. Oh, the death right's down. Okay.
Yeah. Bolt on Deathright seems like a correct play there.
Ironback, please don't give him any ideas about chaining time walks.
Oh man, I think this game is over. This Merchant Scroll is probably just going to go grab Brain Freeze, and then from here it's just, all right, let's mill out the opponent. Yep, that's the Brain Freeze.
It is deterministic, as Rich Shea popped his deterministic emote in the chat, Log doing the same.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of GGs coming up.
Yep. I think we're seeing the end. Tom might be explaining it. Oh, first he's recasting the pedal.
Yeah, get that extra storm and extra mana to cast a Brain Freeze for that matter.
So I think Tom should still have access to being able to cast at least one card from his graveyard still, if I'm correct. Because I don't think everything he's cast far from his graveyard just seems like it's been just exiled with the Underworld Breach. So I think Tom's explaining it. Oh, he's grabbing the cards, and he's going to start flipping them over. There's the Lotus. I think we could see at the end of this game happening soon. Man, and I thought dredge decks were supposed to fan out their decks like this.
All right, I think this is just a formality at this point, showing that he has
that he has Lotus and is going to cast Brain Freeze a bunch of times.
He did not sideboard out his key cards.
Yep.
That's where we are at this point. I just saw an Atog pop up in the chat, I think.
Yep.
Roland MTG saying this is the fireworks. I think he's losing his mind.
Yeah. This is what people came to see, is the deck winning in its fashion that it's supposed to. Oh, Tom's just like, you know what? Let me show off here. Oh, the Thassa's Oracle, just to win the game.
Yeah, why should I target you when I can just target me?
For real. It just makes it so simple.
Oh, a demonic tutor in response. No. Good games.
Oh, good games for both Tom and Brian.
All right, let's check in with the players just because they're the finalists here.
They're shaking hands from...
They're shaking hands, everyone.
Thank you.